And coming up, we'll see David Montgomery. He was steady for them on the ground a week ago, reaching the century mark and adding a score. It's the Bears and the Vikings. All that and more coming up next.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, it's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign. As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Despite a little sizzle on the move, he's still tackled shy of the 20. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 20 carries, 130 in the yardage department, and a touchdown, 2.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff, because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. This defense for the Vikings, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week, as this one's away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the final pick of the first round in 2018 out of Louisville. It's Lamar Jackson.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz it? Do I need to pressure it? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. That is not going to be any help as they dump it behind the line of scrimmage. 4th down, here's Jackson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
If there's one thing they aren't lacking in, is confidence. They took a big and maybe unnecessary risk going for that 4th down. He put them on his shoulders, though, and paid off the big-time gamble.
first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 23. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. And he'll be pretty well stopped at his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw. Bird. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's Jordan Stout now. This is taken at about the 14. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And the Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2nd and 8 coming from the 19. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sit through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. They'll try the option on 3rd down. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
To about the 40-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
The Vikings at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
And that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
It got his man complete. Yeah, they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down.
Holding, offense.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They're going to try and throw.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
On 1st and 10, Bird. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I'm thinking the hell of the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They'll look to throw again.
This one swung out to Montgomery.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
That's complete right side to Komet.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now 1st and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A drive that time of 6 plays, and the end result is a Bears touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Now Jackson on first down. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Bears force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here 1st and 10. He's got a man here. It's Montgomery. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. So, no break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. And the Vikings set to go on offense to begin the 3rd quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Vikings. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. 1 play, 75 yards, 6 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted.
Picked off by Lewis Seen.
Partner, when you're playing cover two, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Bearsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. Ooh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Open man right side is St. Brown. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 51 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Well, we saw David Montgomery lead the nation a few years back in broken tackles when he was at Iowa State, and he's proven to be difficult to bring down in the NFL as well. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact.
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Looking to throw. Bird. Then he'll find his target. Woods. It's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
To throw on second down. Bird. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. The coverage good. The pressure good. Leads to the sack. And it's 3rd and goal now. So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we play. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Read option. Here's Montgomery. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. The kick by Elliott is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied. But, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Jackson to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first here, that clock keeps rolling.
It has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to let it go again. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Vikings are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index, because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chicago offense set to get started.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
Throwing to start the drive. Bird. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he is going to lose yardage here. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
13 yards remaining on second down.
Back to throw. Bird. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Marcus Jones
with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
able to find Komet.
And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that one.
They're down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now a handoff running through the middle. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Vikings are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign.
No problem there on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession. And he's got room. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Chicago.
Amon-Ra St. Brown,
54 yards.
And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17.
So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. From 17 yards out. And the Vikings tack on another score as they have dominated this fourth quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Oh, the Vikings are pointing. They've got it. Minnesota football. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
To throw again on second down. Jackson, he's going to take another shot here. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
Well, this was a very close ball game.